Boom, boom, this is Ken Ready. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, we got a bit of Masks for the Dead up today. So, the inevitable has occurred. Anybody who's playing this game would realize that there has not been a very large fan base for it. Global, don't get me wrong, Japan is still going strong. But global for quite some time has been lagging in a player base that was just very non-existent almost. So today's announcement that came out. So thank you for playing Masks for the Dead. We are incredibly grateful to have loyal fans along our journey with us in Nazareth. Today we must share that Masks for the Dead will come to an end. This is a global version, not the Japanese version. From all the partners involved in this development of Public Process, Triss, and Crunchyroll Games, we appreciate the continuous support of the game and the love for the overlaid anime. In advance of sunsetting the game, in-app purchases will be available until 3/1/2021, so that's going to be for another month. And then when the game's payment system will be turned off, and then thereafter the game will not be accepting app payments refunds. Masks for the Dead will continue to be playable until the March 31st, which so 2 months, because today is the 31st of January, and of course February, and then end of March will be shut down. So this is not surprising. Now this is only pertains to the global version. The Japanese version is still out there, still going strong. The anime over there is very popular, as is the manga. So they've got a pretty good base over there. So I'm not sure if any type of effect this will have in terms of the Japanese version, but the global version will be shutting down in 2 months. So I knew it was coming. Crunchyroll has a pretty bad record when it comes to porting their anime series over to mobile games. They just don't do a lot of care. There's very little spit and polish was put into this game. They relied solely on the manga and anime base to carry the game. And although I think the anime did have a fairly decent following here in the global region, it just did not have enough to actually sustain a game. Specifically because there's really no spit and polish to this. It's an extremely rough game. Even the story mode was a little bit lacking because they've got this crack, which is how you summon your characters through the crack. If you do a summon, I'll go ahead and do a summon for you since the game's shutting down. There's no use doing anything. But let's go ahead and do it on the actual event summon that's up. So as of right here, so this is so when you do your summon, it kicks down here and it shows the crack, and that's how you get there's no crack in the anime. Okay, they are when the game server shuts down inside of they're inside the game. This is a standard escape. From that standpoint, they're in a game. The game server's supposed to be shut down, and all of a sudden they're transported to another world, and the Overlord is there inside the other world. So there's no crack that makes Nazareth, inside of Nazareth. They've intermittently got the demons from the crack invading Nazareth. I mean, that's not going on inside the anime or the light novels. So they had to give some type of facet for summoning, and that's the reason they had the crack, is because you can summon your new characters and stuff from the crack. So. Yeah, that's, so even a little, analysis slide swipe there just to make up for that. But, the fan base never really picked it up. The game started out slow, which did not help. When it first came out, it was seriously lacking in content. I mean, they had virtually no content whatsoever, except for the basic play modes and some summons and stuff. It was really, really bare. And they got a lot better, of course, as they started to invest some time into the game and started to bring stuff out. And right now it has a fairly decent amount of content. I mean, if you go to the quests, single quest, you'll see that they've still got the Shirabochi is still up, which was our Christmas event. Six Arms is still Butler. It was a continuation of the anime. This is about him, about Tsubasa rescuing Teru. So they've still, they're they're following through with the anime and they're keeping it going. So, and then they've got, they've got Advent Fields up. They've got, right now there's Salt Fields up. They've got an assault field up. So you battle from that. So they've got stuff. Okay. Nothing in terms of, they got content and it's coming out, but it just doesn't have enough player base on the global version for the characters. Pretty much everybody who's playing it in any type of large scale capacity, it's based in the Japan version. I might actually start a Japan count. I'm considering it, but it's something I'll have to make a determination on down the line, because I'm focusing on focusing on some animes, still focusing on Astral Vein, Bleach, and all those games. So, but it's something I might look into. Like I am playing the Princess Connect Japanese version of the game. I'm enjoying it immensely. They've got a new event started today. The actual, I think is it 2.5? I think it's the 2.5 or 3.5 year. It's a 1.5, 2.5, some type of half-year event. So it started today. So I've been hyping that up for the last couple of weeks. Actually, I've been speaking about it actually for the last for about a month now. So that's that's still going on. So but yeah. So the global version's setting down March 31st. I never did invest any money in the game. Like I said before, when it came out, I knew that it wasn't going to last long, simply because Crunchyroll does not have a very good track record in terms of this from a global standpoint, and there just wasn't a content. Opening a game like that and being pretty barren, most of the people who played it like, bored, were not happy with it, so they left. A couple of months after that, they really started to kick it into gear, and they started to, have all kinds of summons and all kinds of events and story modes and stuff, but it took them a while to get started on that stuff. They really should have had that when it first came out. If they had had all this stuff that they have now when this game first came out, I think it would have done a lot better. Might have retained enough of a player base to keep the global version open, but nah. But this, yeah, like I say, not a problem. Not upset about it. Knew it was coming. Knew that the player base in the global version was far too low. And I'd been pretty much realizing that the same with that I was going to have to open up a Japanese version account if I wanted to continue to play the game. But that's not something I'm going to decide on right now. It's something I'll think about and maybe in the future look into. But right now, that is it. So Mass for the Dead 331 turning off the game. All right, so this game will be sunsetting and will no longer be available. So if there's anything that you want to do, try out, test out the game, just realize that in 2 months it's going to be shut down. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified each time I do drop a video. If you want to support the channel, you can like or share the videos, which is always appreciated. This is Ken Rear coming at you from the corner, signing out.